Yeah, and with that, let's talk about our next match coming up. Already our last match of the day. We just started the stream and it's almost over already. It's gonna be c0ldmT versus ckykari. You already talked a bit about the matchup. I mean, you probably ran into players like Mick in tournament brackets.
Yeah.
So,
well, I haven't played them personally, but I have commentated on their matches, so I know what Ram can do, and I know what makes us scary, right? And it's definitely not something that will make May's life easy. May has some tools, but they end up being rather slow against, that 11 frame Fares, the jumping S. Even like jumping S against jumping HS for me, which is a button that a lot of people negatively meme about. Jumping HS is actually slower if I remember right. So you end up really struggling to meet that button in the air. The 6 feet does work, but the reward is really small for what the character can do if she hits you. And on the other side, May is not a high pressure character once you know the RPS. So once you block like 2 or 3 things, then it's your turn. If you fail the RPS, it's not your turn, but that's your fault.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I feel Ram doesn't really have to respect the Dolphin too much because of the long range. You can pick out
the 5K.
your normals. So, like, other characters kind of struggle against the Dolphin because their range might be a bit too low, too small. So they have to respect those. Let's call it random. The random incoming Dolphins to close the distance. But Ram usually, well, either in the air pressing jump slash or on the ground pressing slash, and that's half screen range. So ckykari definitely has to watch out for those long range pokes.
Yeah, and even one of the options against the RPS that a lot of people forget about is that once you block one of the Dolphins, you can neutral jump if you're expecting another one. And jumping HS for Ram is an incredible button to just plant that Dolphin on the floor, and see it squiggle in the sword like. So yeah, there's definitely possibilities for Ram to fight this matchup well. I personally, as a May player, find it a pretty hard matchup. And I am very defensive. I am pretty good at my defense, my fuzzies, my sort of like, mitigation. But that character, once she locks you down, even if she lets you block, with high level players such as Xeno, such as Black Ace, you're in trouble, even for just blocking.
Let's see. Players are ready. Let's not let them wait. You guys want to see the match as well. It's going to be May versus Ram.
We'll see how this goes. We'll see how many Dolphins survive the onslaught of the long swords.
Yeah, is it going to be sashimi or is Ram going to be dumped into the aquarium?
I mean, if you pay attention, I think there's some sashimi anyway, because every time the dolphin gets blocked, they die, and you gotta make use of what's there.
They're just returning. They're just returning to their home planet.
Yes.
The home planet needs me. I gotta go. Maybe they're phoning home like ET. They just come in and then, yep, I'm gone.
Apparently, there might be some problems with the lobbies because the players say that they cannot see each other or they're not in the lobbies. You might want to pay attention on that. Unfortunately,
I saw both players, so seems like it was a bug on their side.
Yeah, unfortunately, the environment around the lobbies could use some improvement. So yeah, definitely we're waiting for that patch. And tonight they're revealing a character, right? Is that correct?
They are doing a stream, yes, at 2 a.m. This night. So fingers crossed, I want Jacko or Aria, whatever you want to call her. I want her back. I want my MOBA gameplay. give me back. Give me back my house. My house throws my minions. I don't want to work. You know, that's how you become a millionaire. Why do the work yourself when you just have your minions and let them do the work? I mean, look at Despicable Me.
Or look at Bezos. Or look at Bezos. Bezos, you know, Amazon, and any other millionaire on earth. Welcome. This is To Be Politics. you are welcome today with Gill SinJul and SinJul, expert of world economics and major politics. But yeah, no, jokes aside, we should be ready soon for the matchup. Soon, when the communication with server has happened.
Yeah, ckykari is back in the room, so we're just waiting for ckykari to rejoin. Hopefully, being able to see each other this time. And capitalist fighting game character. Well, there's a fighting game with novelists coming up. So if you want to play H.P. Lovecraft, it's gonna be a possibility soon. Just keep looking at your Twitter feeds. You're probably gonna see it at some point.
Speaking of new games coming out, what's your take on Melty Blood?
Oh, dude, I have to say, it's probably the game I'm most hype about at the moment. Cause I've played Melty Blood when Actress Again was released on PlayStation 2. That's when I started playing the game. And I have to say, Melty Blood is amazing. It's like all the mechanics just work so well with each other. And now you also get the upgraded graphics. They add some new features. And I think this is gonna rejuvenate Melty Blood. And
fair enough.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Are you hype? Are you hype about it? About that?
I'm gonna be brutally honest. I am not. I'm not. Like my problem with the game is not on the game itself, is on the design of the characters. I am one of those people that like latches violently to one character, right? Or to few characters, and I just like them and I dislike everyone else, right? Mostly on a design perspective, on an interest, on a backlore, on personality. And I discussed this with a few people, and to me, they all look like a visual novel NPC, generic anime guy, right? Generic anime girl. There's a lot of like, is this even a different character, right? You just look at them, it's like, oh, maybe this is like an evil version of this character, evil version of that character. The only character that kinda maybe I could see myself having a mild interest in is Goenitz with the big end at the back. Like, there's a guy that looks like Goenitz in the series. I don't know for which game.
Or Nero?
No. That's the Romanian guy that is like edgelord, right? I don't like the edgelords. No, like if you look at the characters, there's one that looks like Goenitz. I'm not kidding.
Goenitz. I only know Varakia, the vampire dude with the mask, which has a code.
It's not him. I'll try and find it, and I'll mention the name. But yeah. It's like this tall guy with like this demon hand coming from his shoulder or whatever.
Then you mean Chaos. Yeah, you mean Nero Chaos.
Yeah, Nero. There we go. That's the name.
Zoo with the deer. The old deer Oki.
Yeah. But anyway, let's concentrate on the match. Wow, right away, the 6P stopping the JHS. And yeah, we're in the corner already. This is what I was saying before, right? It's a game that gets really, really like polarizing. You block something, you're in the corner, and then you're struggling to get out because you don't have a real reversal.
Yeah, right now ckykari taking the advantage, looking to take round number 1. But this doesn't look as one-sided as the previous match. So I think this probably won't end in a 7-0, 8-minute speed run.
Wow, what a challenge on the 5K. Knows that there is a gap despite, being +5 if that was a slow dolphin. And challenges is like, okay, there's still a gap. You're plus, but it's not guaranteed. No 2k to D to play the low game, but right now finds a frame trap, doesn't get the wall splat unfortunately, so no positive bonus, still 1 meter to work with, and that can be extremely important in this matchup with the YRC, right? There's some YRC safe spots that you can use against Ram. They are so key to get your turn back. Although not the easiest character to get the turn back, because once again you don't really have like true pressure of mix-up. Ooh, ends up finding the sort of air dash trying behind it, and there is a little bit of a big hitbox at the back where May does hit. Okay, counter hit, no full conversion though. You can run and get at least a Fares into the Dolphin. But right now, okay, that might be, yeah, this is a wall break. Forward H to maximize damage. 6p though, no Dolphins for me right now. I don't want fish, I am not hungry, but it doesn't matter. Maybe you like metal. If you like the test of metal, ckykari is delivering.
Duel 1.
So 1-0 for ckykari.
Very good round. You already saw that ckykari is slowly getting into c0ldmT's head with that RC burst bait. Well, it was the only choice that c0ldmT had, but it just shows that ckykari is aware of the meter of c0ldmT, what it can do.
Oh, try to reset with the standing dust. Punishable on block, but the opponent doesn't take the punish. Minus 28, and there's also a gap. But okay, the jump P, rapid cancel, the piercing into the wall. Still not dead though. Never mind, we're landing into a wall of spikes. It reminds me of the Viking ceremonial like sacrifices with the walls of spikes. Yeah. You play Hellblade, you have an idea what I'm talking about. Okay, full conversion right now, 65% already gone. This is not looking good for me. Okay, uses the burst.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't convert from that. The jumping HS gives you a conversion, and actually like in some cases you can even wall splat with standing HS into heavy dolphins. Calvados will be safe on block from this distance, but you know, I don't know. Actually find a way to clear the distance by blocking in the air after the dash, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, reversal super.
Yeah. One thing we saw a lot last week when RNGesus played, had those reversal supers on point against Happy Little Boozer. Every time there was a gap for that super, it came out. And yeah, c0ldmT also taking his chances with that super. Very quick, has invincibility, can be used as a reversal, and it hits like a truck.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of people are not also punishing like optimally. They sometimes do not get a launcher, they would just get like, you know, a poke into, in this case, into a dolphin. You can launch that super. So, you know, you gotta also think about that.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you see somebody not punishing optimally, then yeah, you know, okay, the risk is low. Let's turn that super, because the risk reward is just much better in those situations.
Yeah, for sure. Nice backdash to avoid the Fares. Unfortunately, doesn't get much from it. Yeah, gotta block that. You can play sort of an RPS after you block the sword before the explosion, where you can run or take a dolphin in. But if she sticks the 5k to prevent you from doing that, it beats the dolphin and sort of like keeps you in the corner. So you have to sort of run in, don't press the button, and then we've punished the 5k. So find the 2HS. A lot of people don't know the damage that she can get from 2HS is incredible. She can get like 60% meterless, no joke. Sometimes even more depending on the character, okay? Yeah. Try to bait the burst to the point that she didn't go for it, and you might pay really hard for it. Never mind, a lot of meter spent, but still the conversion is there.
The throw?
The throw, yeah, OTG. Burst spent though. Yeah,
oh, it gets chipped.
The dolphin will find you and it will kill you.
Yeah, dolphins are hungry. We've seen the Simpsons episode. They're gonna bully you back to the sea, bully you back into the ocean.
Oh yeah, and speaking of, tried to go for the extended conversion. Unfortunately, ended up using the wrong dolphin. You can get the fast dolphin to go under the 2HS counter hit, and then get the close S loops that really hurt. Okay, nice burst there. You gotta take it. You could have died from it with the max execution loop. Okay, burst.
Smart burst from ckykari, not taking any chances.
Oh my god, that challenge on the grapple, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Jumping HS solves all the problems.
As intended, all according to Kikaku. That cross.
Interesting that they threw back rather than forward through the, towards the corner the first time. Okay, keeps on working. Yes, you don't want to press a button on the +5. GG's. Dolphins. And this is the thing, right? A lot of people underestimate the +5. Don't do that. Just don't do that, because you're gonna explode.
Yeah. Frame advantage in this game, you should respect it. One wrong choice, especially if the opponent has some meter, then it's gonna hurt big time.
Yeah, since I started playing this game, I remember all this concept that you see all your life flash before your eyes before you die. I think it starts with the counter hit. You just see your counter and then you get the flashes. But right now the pressure. Oh! Okay, yeah, there's a block. Oh no! Doesn't block the second one. And there it is. ckykari steals it.
Just like that, c0ldmT losing the round.
Finish your food, there's plenty of starving scrubs around, so you gotta show them how to eat your veggies, how to eat your food, or how to eat your dolphins, if that is the case.
I think in this case c0ldmT was a bit too eager to finish his plate, and he choked on it. Let's see if he learns his lesson next time the super is gonna be used in neutral.
Ouch. If there is a next time. Right now getting pummeled to death. Yeah. There it is. Close S into 2HS, and that's the game for ckykari.
4-1 for ckykari right now. But
yeah, confident.
I gotta say, c0ldmT is definitely not out of this. Can still turn it around. We've seen that in KWF, for example, yesterday, where Melody was down 4-1 and then turned it around to 4-4 and almost took it. The first to 7, so still a lot of matches left, and every single match counts. Winner gets an extra point for taking the set, but every match you win gives you 1 point, and that's going to be very important to get out of this group stage.
Yeah, point differential will end up mattering in the end, so nothing is left on the table here at 2B League. Every single game counts, but right now the jumping HS, the pressure into the corner, the 2K into the grab. Oh, there it is. Positive bonus, and she already has a bar. This could be looking pretty brutal. What a whiff punish! What a whiff punish! Planted 6 feet under with all the dolphins. The hole that generated from that could feed all the dolphins in the sea. Brutal.
And yeah, just like that. 2-4 right now. And a pretty good start for c0ldmT again.
They're trying to keep some of the range reset, because she needs it. She's the most comfortable either outside, either at max farthest range, or right in your face, as is happening now. Good punish on the D, uncharged, I think, D, which would be -10 on block. I think it's universal. Okay, block, but you cannot punish there. You have to block standing, and here comes Christmas. Here comes Christmas morning. You can unpack all of your presents, but first you gotta have breakfast, and maybe the breakfast was poison, and you're gonna die there. Never get to unwrap those presents, never get to spend that butter, never get to cook the mac and cheese. But right now, ckykari ends up jumping into another wall of spikes.
Corner we go, explosion.
Yeah, right now ckykari is struggling against the blades. Right, here comes the Dolphin. Here comes the corner carry. 5D, just to step her out of the, out of the ground. Okay, yes, very smart to finish the combo with 6 speed to reset the range and set her at the far ass distance. But ckykari is seriously not interested in staying there. Conversion from there fails it. Okay, speaking of not finishing your food, gotta be careful. Okay, jumping S. All the dentists love that normal because they get so much money out of the reconstruction of all the facial features. The 2k under the 5k, sliding into the DMs of Ram, but right now the DMs are closed. I set the private messages. Far S is all the communication you get. Yes, good punish on the second Rekka. All the Rekkas are punishable, but they are delayable, so that is where the mix-up is. Okay, launch.
Mid-screen
Yeah.
for once. What's
I think
all the time?
Yeah, I think they were trying to convert from the jumping K, but they were late with the RRC or the PRC, whatever they were going for, so that resulted in a slowdown mid-range.
I think ckykari will try to. Okay, I was about to say he's gonna try to end this with the grab, but ckykari not holding that pressure, trying to get out. It's blown up for.
Tries to find the jumping HS as air to air, fails it. Okay, sit on him. Wow, that ended up working out. The close S into the side switch, 2 HS into the corner, and now positive bonus. More Dolphins could be coming for the price of the same investment that you had to at the beginning. Here it is, and that should be it. Yeah, close S, close S. You can get up to 3 of them in the corner. Into your HS before the corner usually splutters. I mean, the corner is not really reliable, but mid screen you can get 4, and then you can RRC for 2 more into the launcher, into the full corner carry. And she gets like, it hits her. Okay, 2 there, simple.
50% gone. Just gets baited. Well played by ckykari.
And it takes so much guts. Yeah, that should be it. Calvados eats guts for breakfast and for lunch and for dinner. It's like, it's one of those supers that is not afraid of eating offals. It's like, I'll eat all of it. Just season it. I'm up for it.
That 3-5 now. ckykari 3 wins. ckykari 5 wins. This is the momentum switch. And can ckykari cross that distance now?
Oh wow, the 6HS ends up snapping Ram out of the sky. Jumping HS, the piercing into the wall we go. Yes, places the sword early to get the explosion, but unfortunately fails the pickup. And here, you gotta know how to defend against Ram in this situation. You don't want to FD the sword launch. It does literally nothing, it just drains your meter. The only things that you want to FD are 2k, 2D, and the 5k. Anything else, just kind of let her do it because it doesn't change much. You want the FD to prevent sort of the 2k, 2D into sword from being only a 3-frame gap, which you cannot challenge without super, especially in this matchup.
So with the Fortnite's defense, you can push her out a bit further, so the gap is bigger.
Yeah, the gap is bigger, and then she has to adapt with the 5k or trying to sort of bait a button. But if you don't FD the 2k to the into the sword, she has basically the time to dash in and keep it as a loop, and it doesn't finish, doesn't end. She has enough time to pick up the sword and so on.
I see. ckykari just had a perfect round.
Okay, into the corner. I don't see a lot of use of a common grab in the corner for ckykari. Mid screen is doesn't really matter because you get the same OTG as a normal throw. But leading to the corner, you can get incredible damage.
I think in this case it's just ckykari presses a lot of kind of reversal buttons, the 6P or the sweeps or 2K. So yeah, this ckykari probably
gets max punish dust, but now you gotta bait it. Okay, wait. Okay, never mind. The dust is not coming. Could have done a lot more damage, but considering that they had to bait, that was good. Okay, super jump out. No, never mind. Uses the DFD to minimize the chip. Yeah. Wow, what attack! What attack!
Now
It takes guts.
Range is gone. Oh, the counter hit.
Let's go. Oh, no! Oh god! Oh my god! Like I was about to cry. I was starting to cry. My tear duct were activating. My neurons have gone all over the place. But suddenly, ckykari managed to correct the mistake and get a throw. Give Ram the war mug she deserved as a child, but she never got, and that's why she got so broken.
Now it's the last chance for ckykari. 6-3.
Oh my god, ckykari right now running into more blades than a churrascaria on a busy night.
This is German fighting game gameplay. If somebody hits, it's always a counter. We don't block, we press buttons.
Okay, a chance here to bait. No bait, you're not bursting that? You're pretty much dead.
Oh, the super,
Okay.
oh, and yeah, gets red.
Gives
Was
them
to be
the duff.
expected.
Also, thanks to Project Aurora for the raid. Much appreciated. Welcome to the stream and the community here at 2B. This is a Challenger League. This is Guilty Gear Strive. We have 3 more games happening during the week and 7 weeks plus 4 weeks of final phase. A lot of content for you all.
Yeah. Right now, let's focus on this potential last Guilty Gear Strive match of the day.
What a challenge on the
alive.
2HS.
They're still available. Can take another hit, but seems like he's not.
Super.
He
Yeah,
doesn't have to
GG's.
yet.
That's over. That's
And
over.
it's not GG's yet. It's just 1 round.
Well, GG's for the round.
GG's for the round, but you don't. You know, you say GG's after the match, not after 1 round.
Okay. Fair enough. Wow, the jumping ass ends up sniping the dolphin with no rifle involved. The damage keeps on racking up. The positive bonus will be coming in, and that spells freedom for Ram.
ckykari challenging all those jump outs. Not looking good for ckykari, looking very good for ckykari. Seems like we're going to see another match. Good RC. Can he close it out? There we go.
Yeah,
4
and
to 6. Go on.
yeah, I was saying as a main, I can tell you how valuable Demeter is for that character, because unless your opponent does, ends up doing big mistakes, she doesn't get explosive damage without meter. She doesn't get those situations where she makes you explode. Yes, she has countered hit damage, but that means that your opponent is pressing a button at the wrong time, right?
Yeah. So you're saying if the opponent is not pressing, buttons, her damage output isn't as high.
Yeah, especially away from the corner.
Is that true for both characters? Both really excel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Corner game.
Yeah, absolutely. But the way Ram plays is that she gets to carry you to the corner with a couple of right plays, even on block, and then you're stuck in there. Like, you have a much easier time escaping main pressure than you have escaping Ram pressure for the way that it's structured. But right now, more dolphins than at the sushi place. Okay. No! Why would you do that? You can confirm into a second dolphin. Countered dolphin is definitely more than +7. Unfortunately, pressed the wrong button, and the super came in. Okay, counter hit, but goes to the wrong side. If that happens and you have a bar, you can confirm into the whale, and the whale will come from the closest corner and actually end up comboing. And the whale from a straight counter hit, does enormous damage. Like, the damage is almost as big as the whale. This should kill. Yeah, easy confirm.
Now again, match point for ckykari.
Set point. Right?
Yeah, this might be the last round.
Okay,
Set point, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, good conversion there. Hasn't built the bar yet. Still with the scratches, will break the wall. And the bar is coming in any second. Yeah, there it is. YRC is possible there to interrupt the pressure of Mei, and Mei doesn't really have, you know, any reversal that you have to be scared of in case you mistime your meeting.
This wall is back. Getting back some more range on his pulse. Super. Yeah, Roman cancel.
Okay. Yeah, because there she could have died. Like, you know, Ram could have died there with the full dust punish.
Yeah. So now just one more hit. ckykari needs this. ckykari. Oh, the dust!
Okay, the dust is coming in. Oh, never mind. Jumping HS just, you know, turns the lights off like everyone is going to sleep. Have a good night.
Yeah, no burst available to get out of that situation. And with that, ckykari secures the win 7-4. But well played by ckyoldmT as well. This was... I mean, the score already says it was pretty even, but it was more even than it implies. It could have been 7-6. Man, well played by both players. But well-earned victory for ckykari as well.
Yeah, for sure. I had the pleasure of playing ckykari, and they're a very smart player. Sometimes, you know, some conversions are dropped, but it's the choices that you make sort of in neutral and when you're counter poking that to me shape how good you are at fighting games, right? You can always work on conversions by your own time and training mode. You just grind that stuff. But it's the decision making that shapes the player, and I was like pleasantly surprised when I played them.
Yeah, you saw him making a lot of right decisions, being aware of the meta. You saw those burst baits. It shows that he's experienced it there. You mentioned he could have gotten more damage, but in those tournament situations, it's also the thing where you, like, it's one of those situations where you go back to the basics, where you do whatever worked before, where you're not experimenting too much, and it's also fine. You don't always have to make like the most optimal combo. If you drop, then all of a sudden all that damage is gone. So just go with whatever you're feeling comfortable with, what you're confident in.
And the way I put it is, right, you may leave some damage on the table, but if you play smart, the damage that you receive will come way less often. And, you know, gives you more chances to rack up the smaller damage much more often as well. So it's a balance on how you play the offense and defense, and when you end up making things matter, if that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. And what also matters are those 4 points that ckyoldmT secured. So ckykari is getting 8 points for that victory, 7 for each match win, and 1 for taking the whole set. And ckyoldmT still takes 4, and two players of each group are gonna advance, plus the 4 best third place finishers during the group stage. So ckyoldmT is not out yet. I mean, it's week number 2. We're gonna have 7 weeks, so there are still another 4 matches or 6 matches, depending on how big the group is, for each player to play. And so there's still a chance to make it, even if you lost one. It's all right.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is why a league like this is so interesting, because you have to play at your best every single time, every single match, and then that's when it ends up racking up at the end. Because ultimately, how many people will qualify from each group? 2. So yeah, there's not a lot of space at the top.
But well, like I said, the third place also might qualify. So then, if you're not taking the first 2 spots in your group, your score is even more important because it depends on how high your score is if you're gonna advance or not. It's not like, yeah, I won every match except for one, I'm second place, or I won everything, I'm first place. That's secure. But third place, yeah, you might want to win everything except those 2 matches that you lost against the top 2 in your group.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's have a quick look what we have to offer within this week. So this was Guilty Gear Strive for today. And we're gonna have more Guilty Gear coming up tomorrow. Guilty Gear Xrd, it's the old school Guilty Gear. If you want to see how Guilty Gear was played before Strive dropped, you should tune in tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Central European Standard Time. If you're living in the UK, it's 1 hour earlier. It's 6:30, or maybe if you're living more in the east of Europe, then it's 8:30 p.m. The same is true for Under Night in Birth on Friday, where we have very good players clashing each other. We got Glodican and Sadstork, and Llama and Luna Nova. Glodican took third place last season, and he's an amazing user rehab player. Tomorrow also we got Leapfrog and Squid Guy going at it in Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2. Leapfrog, well, he's still playing Potemkin. If you like those grapplers, you should tune in there. And Squid Guy also one of the previous Guilty Gear Rev 2 tournament organizers. Biken, very strong player as well. He's gonna
playing Nago in Strive, right? It's the same player.
Who?
Squid Guy.
Squid Guy. I'm not sure who he's playing in Strive.
I think I've seen that name in some of the top 8s of Strive around Europe. I may be mistaken, but yeah, you want to watch Rev 2, especially because Leapfrog will have more tools, more toys to play with than Strive Potemkin, right? So that would be interesting.
Also, one thing, if you perhaps are playing Tekken 7 this weekend, Sunday, we have the Tekken 7 Community Cup coming up at 2 p.m. and it's part of the Tekken Online Challenge. So if you're looking to qualify for those finals, then you should join on Sunday. You can find the link. Let me just grab it from Twitter real quick. Otherwise, you can find it on our server. Let's go. Smash GG this time. Drop it in the chat. Yeah, that's the remaining streams for this week. Again, we're going to be back with more Guilty Gear Strive next Tuesday as usual. Same time, every time the same day. And again, don't forget to use your Matcherino power to increase the prize pool. Would be much appreciated, the support. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today, Gill. Any last words from your side? Anything you wanna?
No, just follow all of the events. The show is has always been great quality, great production, great quality matches. A lot of players that support the community. Tell to your friends, share it on Twitter. There's a very good card around the week. I am aware that there are a lot of events for different games, but 2B is definitely the place you want to be, and it's a very friendly community, so definitely recommend it, both as a player and as a commentator.
Thank you so much for the nice words. That's much appreciated. I'm always happy to hear that people enjoy our events. And we have some maybe offline events news coming up. So if you're living in Germany, you should definitely follow us on Twitter, as you mentioned, so you are up to date on that. We have a small one planned for October or November, and the big one for January. We have received the contract, the rental contract for that one in January. So yeah,
Nice.
news coming up. And I'm looking forward to see everyone back again offline. And yeah, otherwise I have nothing to add. You said everything I wanted to say.
Do you want to raid the Leapfrog maybe?
Is Leapfrog streaming?
Yeah.
Then let me log into Twitch real quick. Then we are gonna raid that boy.
I might play actually a set. I might have like very quickly some food that are already cooked, so I just have to warm it up, and then maybe have a long set with Leapfrog. He still owes me a ram back from our last one.
Let's see. It's Leapfrog Pocho. Yeah, he is. He is live. Then I'm gonna say bye bye to you. Have a nice evening. And yeah, see you latest next week, Tuesday again. Bye bye.